each one of you for this new month. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming Monday night. The Gate of Trust. Here at the BJCC at Minyan Top Floor. The place to be. Today is Rosh Chodesh Nisan. Chodesh Tov Mevorach. Nisan stands for miracle. Miracle and wonder. Today we had the solar eclipse. So a miracle is on the way. I love this explanation. There's many explanations. One of them said, the Jews followed the moon. The Goyim followed the sun. You know what exactly happened when the moon covered the sun? Our power is on. Baruch Hashem. So, today I'm going to share with each one of you 3 messages. If you took one of them, it was worth it to come tonight. The first one is very simple. On behalf of the organizer, our Divrei Torah is going to be Leilui Nishmat Yosef ben Nachman, Ruach Hashem Tilchenu Began Eden, ולהצלחת שלמה ניאזוב ודניאל, בעזרת השם, the one that took upon themselves to make this, Shlomo Matatov. The Almighty God will bless him, that this year we're going to dance in his weddings. Kol Sason, Kol Simcha, Kol Chatan, Kol Kanar. Lucky is going to be the one that's going to get married with you. My name is Rabbi Vaknin, and I approve this message. If this is so, I'm waiting for all your weddings. Don't worry, not only him, all of you. This is the month of Nisan. This month, Chodachat, Chodah Bashkur. We're going to hear a lot of engagement, Be'ezrat Hashem. How do you call it? Kanchori, Shanchori, anything you want. Engagement. Whatever you want, it's all good. So what's the 3 messages? The first one is last week. The second one is this week. And the last one is today. Last week we spoke about, the parasha is talking about kosher food. Ladies and gentlemen, kosher food is very important. It's as kosher that you can get. You know, it was an organization, Idabut ve'Arachim. After Chabad, 2 small organizations compared to Chabad. Chabad is the biggest one in the world history. But 2 small organizations in Israel. In Israel, they consider to be pretty nice side. They make a huge effect both of them and the Jewish religion, bringing thousands of people back into Teshuvah. They came once, I believe it was the Reb Chaim Kanevsky, and they said, Reb Chaim, how come we're giving the best rabbis so many topics, Shabbat, Kashrut, Tefillin, Mikveh, anything you want, and nobody changed? You know what the rabbi said? Make Shabbaton. Shabbaton people will change. Okay, they made Shabbaton. Be'emet, 90% of the people that came to Shabbaton change. Each one of them improve himself. People start to put the tefillin, to keep the law of purity, to wake up in the morning for tefillah, shmirat ha'inayim, shmirat ha'lashon, everything. People change. After a few weeks, they came to the rabbi. Said, Rabbi, what's the difference? The same rabbis, the same lectures. Why here it was working, here not? So the rabbi said, you know why? When you invite them to regular weeks, here, Baruch Hashem, in our community, we don't have this issue. But when you invite them Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, they come in after they went out to an unkosher restaurant. When you eat unkosher, what do you think? You can speak to the world. Not an inter. Kosher, unkosher food have a blockage. A blockage in your mind and a blockage in your heart. Kosher food, make an opening. Shabbaton, you give them Friday night kosher food. They eat. They eat, Baruch Hashem. And then, Shabbat morning, they eat, how do you call it? Not only Bachsh and how do you call the Syrian food?
What Syrian food?
No. Lahma bajin. Meze, lahma bajin, Baruch Hashem. Anyone portion? With portion is very easy. Rice. With many colors. With the red color, yellow color, green color, Baruch Hashem, all the colors. And they have Bachshali. Korish, Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem. Okay. Moroccan couscous, Baruch Hashem, very simple. Now you give them to eat kosher food, then they're ready to receive. I will tell you a story you're not going to believe. The Gemara. They had one of the biggest rabbis in our history. The rabbi is the rabbi of Rabbi Meir Baal HaNes. The rabbi of Rabbi Meir Baal HaNes, Rabbi Akiva, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. All these giants. He was the rabbis. One day he decides to leave religion, to go off the derech. How can you go off the derech when you're Chacham Ovadia Yosef? When you're Reb Chaim Kanevsky? How can you leave religion when you're one of the biggest rabbis in our history? His name is Elisha ben Avuya. The Gemara check. What exactly happened? The Gemara bring few answers. But the center one, the main one is like this. Listen to this, you're not going to believe. The main one was like this. His mother when she was pregnant with him, she was walking in the street on Yom Kippurim, from the synagogue to the house. And on the way, it was, I don't know, shawarma, it was a meat place open. And the meat place open, and you know, pregnant woman, she smell. Even we smell, look at this. She smell, she want the meat. She want the shawarma. Give me shawarma. It's Yom Kippurim. The shawarma is not kosher. Who opened shawarma in Yom Kippurim? So it's a good. I want the shawarma. So the husband is whispering, my dear wife, Junam Bazam, this shawarma is not kosher. And today is Yom Kippurim. She said, I don't care. You give me shawarma. Do you know what's the halakha for it? By the way, you know what's the halakha? That she's allowed to eat, yes or no?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you know that one day, I hope that my wife is not going to watch it, my wife had a desire 2 o'clock in the morning for falafel. My wife loves falafel. Israelis, but a good one. 2 o'clock in the morning, she said, Asher, I need a falafel. Where exactly I'm going to get falafel at 2 o'clock? I'm going around, Borei Olam, please, open the falafel. Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad, Hashem Melech, Hashem. I didn't find. Until today, one of my children have, and one of the parts of the body, stamps. You know what the tattoo? You know what the tattoo? Falafel, both marks. 100%, because she want. I said, thank God she didn't want shawarma. it will be a big mark. Baruch Hashem, it's falafel food. Now listen to this. What am? She ate this unkosher food and Yom Kippurim. It was halakha mutar. You know what exactly happened? 40, 50 years later, that child that was there left religion because of eating once in the stomachs on kosher food. We don't understand the power of kashrut. We take it lightly. Business. Kashrut is the essence of us being Jews. You want to be religious, when you're going out on a date, don't give up on kashrut so lightly. Do you know why? Because the character of your husband, especially ladies, and gentlemen as well, the character of your wife depends on the kosher food that she eats. It's no shortcut. You see, many great people was great, sensitive, sincere. Many ladies used to speak quiet and nice. Many, before weddings, after weddings, your wife revealed the real secret, the real voice, opera. Now, what exactly happened during marriage that one of the couple becomes so cold heart? I will tell you what. If you give up on kosher food, you are what you eat. Any sin that we're doing is external. Shabbat is external. Tefillin is external. The only sin that we do that become one of us is what? Kashrut. When you eat the food, part of the food is going to the west. And part of the food going into your blood and become part of you. So if the animal that you eat is unkosher, meaning cruel, we have only 10 animals that they are kosher. And you know what's the common denominator among these 10? None of them eat another animal in order to survive. All of them eat grass. All the kosher animals, none of them is mothers. All of them eat grass, go green. Because of that, the animal is so, you see the cow, you see the sheep, they're so cute, so lovely. They look at you like this, they mingly die like this. Nice, right? And then you see a dog, look like this when he's getting nervous. And then you see the lion. Why? When you open the mouth, you say, It Kadash. He's already there. And you see the tiger and all the other animals, the alligator and all this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want your husband to be a sheep, to be a cow, let them eat kosher. He will always going to be stay nice and quiet and beautiful character. He will never step in somebody else's business. He will never ruin somebody else's life. Because you are what you eat. The first message of tonight. When you're going out on a date, remember, keep kosher. And ask your spouse, both sides, to keep kosher. It's a center condition in our marriage. Don't take it lightly. Second thing is, you see, we have 5 senses, right? The touch, the view, the see, how do you call it? The touch, the view, the hears, the taste, and the smell. Right, beautiful. Now, 4 of them is in our face. 5 is the hand, but 4 of them is in our face. Which 4? The ears,
eyes, nose, and mouth.
the eyes, the view, the nose, and the mouth.
And the ears.
Do you know why the mouth have? It's the only one that have 2 gates. Ears have 1 gate. You see here? How do you call it?
Lashes.
And the ladies, you can see it very well because they put building department extension. You can see it. You know, you can see only the eyelashes. You cannot see the eyes. You see? Okay. With us, you don't see so much. Leah Imenu, you didn't see so much. She was crying so much. So the eyelashes fell down. Because of that, they invent the extension. Because of Leah Imenu. Now, you see, you have eyelashes, right? So one. Here and the ears, if you hear Lashon Hara, what do? Like this. The nose, the mouth. With the hand, you close. But the mouth is the only one that have how much? 2 gates. Which gates?
The teeth.
The teeth and the lips. Why do we have 2 gates? Why not 1? Why do we have 2 gates?
Extra protection.
Beautiful. Why? Why here is no extra protection? Lashon Hara. And I have another one, another double seal.
Think twice.
Why here we don't have 2?
Think twice before you speak.
Almost. Anyone that know the answer will get free breakfast. Him and his friend sponsor. This time not Shlomo, Daniel. He's in a good mood. Yeah, Daniel. Yes, Chud Achat Beno Neder. Yes, open press.
1 for eating, 1 for speaking.
A mouth have. You're going to open press. Daniel Shemoinov. Feel free, Kaparich. You see, this is Daniel. Daniel, you have to open card. You have to open card. Wait, who's Daniel Shemoinov? Okay, open card. Okay, listen to this, ladies, gentlemen. You said beautiful. What's your name? Robert. 1 for eating, 1 because a mouth have 2 businesses. Export and import. Internal and external. Everything else is only 1 directions. But the mouth, you have to be very careful not to eat unkosher and not to speak unkosher. Lashon Hara. The unkosher of the mouth is not only 1, it's 2. And I don't know which one is worse, by the way. I don't know which one is worse. Sometime with our mouth, how did the sage said? Amavet ve'achayim beyad alashon. Death and life is in the hand of the tongue. Nothing is worse from speaking Lashon Hara. Nothing is worse. So you have to be very, very, very careful in the way that you speak. If this is so, how much Lashon Hara? 1 Lashon Hara that can kill so many people. 1, especially you, ladies and gentlemen, that you're in Shidduchim. You know the feeling. If somebody asks about you, and your best friends, so to speak, out of jealousy and I don't know why, she spoke badly about you. It was this woman went into the bus. And she's sitting in the bus from Bnei Brak to Yerushalayim. She's hearing a group of ladies speaking. And they spoke so bad about one of the friends. She's going to be engaged. She's going to be engaged. She's going to get married. If the husband will know who she is, he will never get married with her. She's like this. And for 25 minutes, they speak unlimited bad about this woman. Unreal. When this woman went out in the bus, a minute before she went down, this older woman, she stood up and she looked and these 5 ladies behind. She said, ladies, I have to tell you, thank you very much. They said, thank you very much for what? She said, my son is the Khatan. What a miracle that I was sitting. No, they start to cry within a minute. She's amazing. She's incredible. No, you don't understand. It was nonsense. She said, no, Baruch Hashem, thank God. Thank God, Boy Olam put me in these chairs and pulpits to hear the emet. She said, no, we didn't. And then a minute before she went down, she said, ladies, my son is not a Khatan. But I just want to teach you. You can destroy families. You can destroy life with your tongues. how is important and dangerous to speak. You see, the Baal Shem Tov HaKadosh writes, why Lashon Hara? Listen to this one, you're going to dance. Hashem Elech, Hashem. You're going to hear such a message, you're not going to believe. The Baal Shem Tov HaKadosh writes, why Lashon Hara? Why Lashon Hara? You see, ladies and gentlemen, ladies, how many witnesses you need to judge someone?
2.
Viva la France. How many messengers we need? I love France. It's good. I was in the France and the iPad. I went, the elevator didn't work. I ordered, Israelis, we always order 10 minutes before the event. I'm ordering tickets 10 minutes before. It's no ticket. How come it's no ticket? Why bad things happen to good people? Mazal, no, because you were calling 10 minutes before. So I went over there and I went to the iPad and I was screaming over there, Borei Olam, Viva la France, Viva la France. How many witnesses you need to judge somebody? 2. What exactly happened if you're suing someone and you have only one witness? And the witness come to the court and he's talking. What exactly happened?
Doesn't count.
Yeah, he goes against you.
Punish you.
A, it doesn't count, and B,
They punish you.
no, he punish who?
The witness.
The witness. The witness get the nashes. But why is get the nashes? He share emet. Emet. This is not emet, this is Lashon Hara. Lashon Hara is emet. You talking, but you know that we cannot be effective. You know that we're missing one witness. One witness, we cannot do nothing. So why you spoke? Why you came to bring testimony? If you bring testimony, you have to have only 2 witnesses. 2 or nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, when each one of us is making averot, God forbid, not this crowd. When a person breaks Shabbat, when a person watch something that he doesn't need, when a person didn't put the tefillin, when a person didn't wake up in the morning, when we stole money, how many witnesses we need? We need to be counted. We need 2. Now, the devil is coming to God and said, I saw him. He stole money. I saw him. He didn't keep Shabbat. I saw him. You know what God is doing? He take the lashes and he tell the devil, stand up, go around. Why you talk about my son? You're only one witness. One witness, you're not allowed to talk. Now you understand why 2 witnesses is so important. But when another Jew speaks Lashon Hara, you know what exactly happened? The devil take your testimony and he said, now I have 2. Me and him. The Baal Shem Tov HaKadosh writes, Al tashet yadcha im rasha, liyot et Hamas. Do not become partner with the devil. Because when you speak in Lashon, the only time that a Jew can get punished is because you spoke. If nobody will speak bad about you, you will never get punished. So he got punished because of you, you will be double punishment. Because now you become a partner with the devil. Beautiful, huh? So this is the second message of today. Remember that the mouth have 2 gates. One gate is the mouth, the other gate is beautiful. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, the power of today, the topic of today is push the buttons. If this is so, I'm going to tell you what's the meaning. Push the buttons. They said like this. It was once a nurse, Dr. Moshe. He came to the hospital and he started working in the hospital. But in the first few years, you call him resident. Resident meaning a doctor that is not professional, right? He's not professional. It's okay, but no, resident cannot do surgery. You're afraid. What do you give them? They give them the floor with many nurses, and they said, you are in charge of this floor. IV, COVID-19, Tylenol, Advil, anything you need. But if it's emergency, what do? In every room, they have a buttons. They call it emergency buttons. Push the buttons. Okay. Now, 6 hours later, he started balagan in the hospital. One older man said, I cannot breathe. The doctor was running. He put something to... The other guy said, I have a heart attack, lo aninu. He came in and tried to save him. This guy said, he have a stroke. He came in and tried. He's running from one room to another room. For 1 hour he's running. The nurse see it. She pushed the buttons. A minute she pushed the buttons. 10 doctor came down. 2 hours later, everything was good. But 3 patients died. They took this doctor to a courthouse. They sue him. You're not going to believe, ladies and gentlemen. He went into the jail for 25 years. He said, I don't understand. He's telling the judge, what do you want from me? I'm the doctor. I did the best to save them. He said, yes, but what did they ask you? To push the button. How come you didn't push the buttons? Who asked you to make surgery? Who asked you to go to save questions? You're a resident. You're only doctor 10 months. You cannot take responsibility. You push the buttons. Why you didn't push the buttons? Ladies and gentlemen, in our life we have a button that if you push it, Borei Olam will answer you. And God will never be upset. You know why God will be upset with you? Because you never push the buttons. Which buttons? Which buttons I'm talking? I will explain. You see, they have a button that's called tefillah. Prayer. To pray to Hashem and to ask Hashem. To ask Hashem. Whatever Borei Olam I want. Whatever you need. Pray to Hashem. This is the buttons. Omer HaMidrash. The Midrash writes. Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu LeMoshe. Borei Olam, the Almighty God, told Moshe Rabbeinu. If I see Jews that they are not religious, that they have no Torah, no mitzvot, no good deed, nothing, and they come to pray for me, I have to answer them. The fact that you come to push the buttons, I have to come to help you. Very simple. What do we see it? What do we see it? I will show you two stories, just to explain, and then I'm going to let you go. But thank you very much for weddings. Thank you very much for your patience. Again, once again, hopefully, Be'ezrat Hashem, it will never happen that I'm going to be late, but it was a good reason. It was a good cost. And to your wedding, I'm going to try to come in time. By the way, just to let you know, quietly, to my wedding, I was late 1 hour. So don't get excited if I'm going to come. If you make me the rabbi that officiated the weddings, tell me 2 hours before that the wedding happening. This way I'm going to come in time. No, usually I never late. You know that. I'm always trying to be in times, usually much before. Today it was a good cost, Baruch Hashem. Ladies, I'm going to share with you two stories, you're going to love it. Gentlemen, you're going to remember this story forever. The first story. Now we are in a war, October 7. And it was a group of soldiers, years ago, maybe 40 years ago, that were sitting down, 45 years ago, sitting down together. And one of them asked his friends, what's the blessing on the watermelon? When you eat watermelon, what's the blessing? So one guy said, you know, none of them is religious. He said, Shakun Borei Prei'etz. Okay. The other one said, Adama. One guy stood up and said, what are you talking? None of you know nothing. The blessing is Shakun Yabidvo. Shakun Amaretz. What exactly happened? How can watermelon become Shakun Yabidvo? They look at him. He said, I will give you explanation. I have a deep reason to believe that this Shakun. Which reason you can make watermelon Shakun? He said, wait. They just came out a few years before from World War, the War of 97. Milchemet Yom Kippurim. The War of Yom Kippurim. He was a tankist. Tankist meaning he was one of the people on a tank. You know tank, right? The tank. Surround the tank 20 Egyptian tanks. 20 Egyptians. And they shoot him. What is the chances to one tank to be survived with 20 different tank bear? So the commander, you know, in the tank there are 5 people. One of them is the commander, and all the rest is soldiers. One of them is the driver, one of them is the one that view, and 2 of them pushing the buttons. So the commander is not religious, but he said, you know what? Anyway, we lose him. Anyone know tefillah, something? Do you know any tefillah? Nobody know nothing. None of them is religious. This guy, he said, I don't know tefillot, but I know one blessing. My grandfather, every time he used to eat, he used to do Shakun Yabidvo. So the guy said, okay, let's do Shakun. Every time before they send a missile, all of them, 5 of them, Baruch Atah Hashem, Elokeinu melech haolam Shakun Yabidvo, boom. One tank went down. Again, another Shakun, after 5 Shakun, 5 of them, the other 15 started to run away. A miracle. So the guy came to conclusion, listen to the conclusion. If Shakun Yabidvo is good for Egyptian tank, it's definitely good for watermelon. You heard that? Unreal. If Shakun Yabidvo is good for Egyptian tank, if he can save us, what is not good for watermelon? Shakun is good. Do you hear that? Push the buttons. Praying to Hashem. The second story. Listen to the second. You're not going to believe. Rabbi Zilberstein. Rabbi Silverstein is the Kodon. Is the Bouger of Rabbi Chaim Kanievsky. The brother-in-law of Rabbi Chaim Kanievsky, a giant. One of the biggest rabbis nowadays. He is a rabbi in Yerushalayim, a giant. He had many books, brilliant books. He had 2 students. 2 of these students was doctors. A husband and wife. They invited him to be Sandok. By the Bukhari in Sandak, it's a big deal. It's not like, I don't know, I never saw it. When somebody chooses you to be Sandak, how many times you met your Sandak? Every time you see you say, my Sandok, my Sandok. 90 years. I never saw your father said my son. But Sandok, my Sandok. Like 70 years, my Sandok. Bukhari, they take Sandak very seriously. So the guy invites the rabbi to be Sandok. But before the Brit started, he said, I want to share a story. And he stand up with the microphone and said, ladies and gentlemen, 500 people in the room. This Brit Milah is the most special Brit Milah that you will ever be. Every day is a Brit Milah. Why this one is so special? He said, ladies and gentlemen, listen well. Me and my wife got married 17 years ago. For 10 years, we had no children. Now, I'm a doctor, my wife is a doctor. We have all the connection, we have all the money. We went into the best doctors, fertilities. We flew to Boston, we flew to anywhere. Nothing. They came with conclusion, my wife cannot bring children ever. After 10 years, what we did? I didn't want to divorce my wife. I went and I adopted a child. We had enough money, we adopted a child. It was a few days, we took him in, we made Brit Milah. Now we're religious, we send them into yeshiva. And 7 years old, the child had a party. You know which party? Siddur party. You know a Siddur party? When you get in a religious school to 7 years, you get the first Siddur. The first Siddur that you get. Now, he got his Siddur with his names. Every child is getting the names. They made a party for the book prayer, for the Siddur. He said, Abba and Ima, the father came to pick him up. 3 hours after the party, he's still happy. Why are you happy? The party's over. He said, Abba, I'm not happy because of the party. This one. My Siddur. The father said, what's so special about the book? Do you want to understand why the child is 7 years old? What do you understand? He said, Abba, you don't understand. The rabbi that gave us the Siddur, my rabbi, he told me anything you want, you can get. Just use this book. I want to get married. I want to have children. I want to have Shalom Bayit. I want to have Chinuch Eladim. I want to have Shmirat HaEinayim. Keeping my and I cannot. I want to wake up in the morning and I cannot. I know. I'm lazy. I have an anger issue. Anger management and I cannot control it. What do? Push the buttons. Borei Olam will come. He knows that you cannot win. This is not you. You are a resident. You are here a resident. Why are you fighting? Why are you trying to go against? I will win the Yetzer Hara. Don't worry, Rabbi. You're going to see me this month. I will never get upset. I love it when people come from Yom Kippur. Rabbi, this year I accept upon myself not to speak Lashon Hara even once. A minute on the way from Yom Kippur. How is the Chazan? Horrible. I never had such a Chazan. The speech of the rabbi was the worst. And he accepted 1 year. 1 year. I will never speak Lashon Hara. Rabbi, every morning you see me in Minyan. A day later, the guy is dead. He's coming back 12 hours later from Gan Eden. I'm here. Why you came 2 o'clock? No, Rabbi, Yom Kippur was too much religious, too much prayer. I need. But you accept upon yourself every day. Don't accept. Push the buttons. You have a fight, push the buttons. So the child is looking at Abba, I have a Siddur, I'm going to pray. So the father said, what do you pray for? He said, Abba, I realized for the last 7 years, I'm the only child in the class that have 0 siblings. No brothers and no sisters. And you know, Abba, you are busy, Ima is busy. I cannot talk to you anyway. We're a different age. You know, iPhone number 15, 16, Gainam number 18, whatever you want. I cannot, anyway, we're not in the same age. I need a child in my age, a brother or sisters, anything. I will ask every day, God, bring me a child. Now the father is looking, he's American, Israeli will be honest, but American perhaps, politically correct. He told them, my dear son, go and explain them that his mother cannot bring children. You cannot. Now, go and explain them that he is adopted. He doesn't even know it. He's 7 years old. So they told them, my dear son, kol hakavod, continue to pray. Be'ezrat Hashem, he didn't mean it. Every morning he stood up and said, Modeh ani lefanecha borei olam. Modeh ani lefanecha melech hazekim. And after that he said, Abba, Avinu yoshev b'shamayim. Borei olam, I want to have a brother. I want to have a sister. Make my wife, my mother, pregnant. And that month, after 16 years, 10 years of having no children and 6 years or 7 years of the child. She got conceived. 9 months later, it was the Brit Milah. Push the buttons. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 messages. You are what you eat. Death and life is in the hand of the tongues. And the last is the favor. Push the buttons. My name is Rabbi Sheva Klingman. And Borei Olam, the Almighty God, approve this message. Thank you very much.